Next question. When to commit to spiritual path? You cannot commit to a spiritual path by intellectually deciding on it. Because when you do intellectual mathematics, then what you are seeing is the benefit that you're going to get out of it. All our decisions are based on profit and loss. And if intellect decides anything, then it must have seen profit in it. But the very intellect is changing with age. Your intellect is not same today. It was different when you were in your 20s, and it will be different in your 50s. So what may look most beneficial to you in your 20s, that may look most silly to you in your 50s. If you intellectually decide to walk on a spiritual path, then your decision can change also with time, because one who decided, the intellect is changing with time. If you decide to be a monk, then one day you can also decide to step back and drop the monkhood. Intellect can find logics for everything that it wants to do. Today it can find logic to be a monk, and after a few months it can again find enough logic to drop the monkhood. So intellect cannot decide whether to be a monk or not, whether to walk on a spiritual path or not, because all its decisions are very dualistic. They can change with time because the very tool of decision is changing with time. The intellect itself is changing with time and age. How to decide when to commit on a spiritual path? If you have this question, when to commit on a spiritual path, when to be a monk, then know that your time has not come to be a monk. Your time has not come to commit to any spiritual path. You can still learn many things from spirituality and make your daily life beautiful, make your professional life productive. That you can do, that anybody can do. But your time to walk on a spiritual path has not come, because a spiritual path is not about making your professional life successful, productive. Neither it is about making your daily life beautiful primarily. Both can happen, but the purpose of walking on a spiritual path is not these things. The purpose is to realize truth and transcend the realm of duality. If you still have this question, when to walk on a spiritual path, then be very sure that the time has not come to walk on a spiritual path. If you are in dilemma that should I be a monk or not, then this very dilemma means your time has not come to be a monk. Who has this dilemma? Your intellect has this dilemma. A time will come when you will just decide it without thinking. You will just say, I want to be a monk or I will die. When such a time comes, that day be a monk, not today. The very question, when to commit, should I become, when to become, is coming from certain dilemma, confusion. And confusion means what? There are two things in your head. You have two options. One, living a worldly life, and another, being a monk. You have two options. Now you want to choose one out of two. You're calculating which one is better. And you're asking people to confirm your conclusions. Till the time you have two options, know that your time has not come. A time will come when you will not have any option but to be a monk. You will not ask, is it good or bad? Because good and bad means what? You still have an option. You still think that there is something which is equally valuable or almost equally valuable. A day will come when you will not ask whether to be a monk or not. You will not ask even time, which day to become a monk, which day to begin my spiritual journey. A time will come when it will become so urgent as inhalation. So urgent that you will not bother to even ask. You will not bother to even check whether it is good or not. You will not bother to even get validation. You will simply fall in it, not looking at its benefits. You will simply jump in it. A time will come when you cannot be alive without being a monk. That day, be a monk. That day, you walk on the spiritual path with commitment. And only that day can you really commit. Before that, you cannot commit. It's like today you have a question, what is water? But this question, what is water, doesn't mean that you are thirsty. You just have a question regarding water. But the day you are thirsty, you will not ask what is water. You will ask where is water. And you will not just ask where is water. You will also start searching for it. You will also start walking, running. You will not say which day to begin my search for water. You will simply start walking in whichever direction that you may feel you can find water in. You will not bother about when to start searching for water, where to start searching for water. You will simply madly start searching. A time will come when you will be thirsty. Before that, you cannot commit. And many a time it will look that you have committed, but no. That is not deep commitment. That is just out of tiredness from the world, frustrations from the world. That you are meditating today. But this act of meditation of yours is not your love for meditation. It is just a break from your worldly affairs. Most of the time, what you call spiritual practices, what you call your spiritual journey is nothing but a break from your worldly affairs. Nothing bad in that. It is helpful, but please understand that is not your commitment to spiritual path. That is just a break, looking like that you are committed. Well, you are committed to having a break, that's all. You are not committed to the path, because being committed to the path means now you are not looking for relaxation, rejuvenation, or even healing. Now you're looking for transcendence. Now you're looking for liberation. Now you're looking for the highest. Now you're looking for the truth. When to commit on spiritual path? The day you can no more ask this question. The day you have no more time to ask this question and wait for an answer and then move towards a spiritual journey. That day, know that your time has come. Now you're asking a question. Then you will hear an answer. Then you will analyze the answer. You will see what makes sense and what does not make sense. And you will again ask this question to 5 more gurus and masters. And then you will analyze all of their answers. You will compare all of their answers and then get a final conclusion out of all gurus' answers. And based on that, you will again think. Again, it is not guaranteed that you will commit. You will again think. you'll again take your time. If you have so much time to ask, understand, analyze, calculate, your time has not come. When the time comes, you will not have time for these things. It will just explode. It will just explode. You will start walking from wherever you are. You won't be even bothered whether it is right or wrong, whether I'm going to find or get lost. You will not have even these worries. You will simply start walking. That you can commit, and this commitment cannot go, because this commitment is out of thirst, not out of thinking. This decision is not taken by intellect, but by the thirst of your very being. This commitment is not from your intellectual decisions, but out of your thirst. This commitment will remain. You cannot step back.